Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday. What is up? It is Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1391. Not one of my favorite days of the year. There's 2 days that I just dread each year. Those are the 2 checkups at the dentist. Oh, I think it's X-ray day too. Ugh. Ugh. So that means it's like double time at the dentist. So hopefully everything is okay with my teeth and all is well and I get the hell out of there. But God, it takes forever. It's like, get me out of here. Strapped to this damn chair. Dentist day, dread it, 9 a.m. So I've got to be done here at 8:30. Because then I got to take Ernie that way, and then my dentist is that way. So my wife's up; she's up already. She's not a 7 a.m. person, and she's got to be downtown. So busy morning around here. What's happening? Happy Wednesday. We had a 2 for Tuesday yesterday. We did eBay auctions live last night. Of course, yesterday's Hobby Evolution. eBay auctions last night did a little better than I expected. The Babe Ruth sold for higher than I was thinking. I thought it'd be a few bucks. Ended up going for almost $13. We found out we learned some stuff on last night's stream about the difference between Kellogg's 3D Superstars and rolled gold. So my Babe Ruth was actually the rolled gold. It was I think the $13 though, in the condition it was in, I think is like comp. I think that's it's not like it's a $500 card, even if it was in mint. So I'm happy with $13. Something else went for higher than I expected last night. So some of the in-person autos went for higher at auction. I'm like, maybe these get some bids and they go for decent, but I think 1 or 2 might have sold for less than I expected, but not by much. Danny Manning sold for over $10. There was another Red Holzman, I think, ended up selling for over $10, which is great because I think 27 is what I paid for the entire lot of basketball autographs. 2 of them are off to authentication, David Robinson and Karl Malone. The rest, it's not worth authenticating. So selling them as is. And I think I've already made my money back on the basketball. So that's good. The baseball, I've sold a few baseball. I think the Sonny Gray ended up selling for like 17 or 18. It was a low serial number. What else sold out of the baseball? David Ortiz is still listed. I need to get some of the new stuff that I listed. I need to get on my front page of my eBay store. I went through a few more boxes of the Goodwill palette yesterday. Didn't find the first box, man. It always seems like the first box is like the best. In this week, it wasn't even like, sometimes it's by design. I'll see a box. It's like, oh, there's a lot of good stuff in here. And I'll put that on like the front seat and I look at that first. That wasn't the case this time. With this palette, I put everything away and just pull a random box out. And there we go. So I was pretty happy with that. What did I find? I don't think I found nothing like to write home. Actually, there was one card that I was surprised. Oh, there was a 72 high number, Alan Page. It's beat up, but it's probably going to be an auction item because I don't want to. I am not comfortable with beat up vintage. I'm not comfortable putting that buy it now because it's so hard to it's not hard, but it's just, I find it more difficult. I like the ease. So, and auctions are easy. So The one thing that I did find that was interesting out of the Goodwill palette, I pulled out like a repack in like one of those, what do you call those? Oh my God, it's on the tip, the hard plastic casing. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. Anyway, blister. Is it a blister pack? I think it's a blister pack. And it was like a repack. And I'm like, I just assumed it was open. It was not. It was still sealed. And it was like, I thought it was just like a one-off, like somebody made it in their basement, which I think somebody does make it in their basement, but somebody actually ordered these. And they're actually sold in retail stores. It was a whole box of repacks. Most of them were Wisconsin Badgers. Most of them are Wisconsin Badgers, like 10 cards. I looked at the box and they've got their own tape. So it's Three Bros is the company that makes these. And I think it's a card shop in Florida, maybe. So they make these repack products. And I think they tailor, here's Wisconsin Badgers, and then they sell it to Walgreens, Target, whoever. Walgreens was the specific, and it was the box from Three Bros, and the mailing label was still on it, sent to a Walgreens here in Wisconsin. So I'm like, that's interesting. So I've got a whole box, and I think I counted like 35 of them. So these are things that I can't sell, like that I could list on eBay, but they're not going to sell on eBay. And if I did sell them, it would basically be break even. If that, I'd probably lose money. So I'll probably take these. They retail at $5. So I'll probably take them to the next card show I do in Janesville, which is Super Bowl Sunday, and probably sell them for like $2 each, and just take those, and that's a pretty good return. Nice little happy surprise. So those were some of the interesting finds. Just went through a couple boxes. I'm still like treading water, trying to keep my head above water with shipping, and I had to get some listing in for auctions, Tuesday night auctions. I'm not sure, and I mentioned this last night, not sure if I'll do a live stream next Tuesday night. I may take a break and play bar trivia. Plus the auctions that I listed. I think the auctions I listed that end next Tuesday are a little better than what I had ending last night, although I still did better last night than what I thought. But I've got some serial numbered, a lot. It's Super Bowl centric with the Eagles and Chiefs game coming up. There's a Jalen Hurts, Randall Cunningham dual serial numbered card out of 249. Devonta Smith patch numbered to 199. Devonta Smith, Deshaun Jackson dual patch. Saquon Barkley patch numbered out of 199. Saquon Barkley serial numbered to 149. A lot of Devonta Smith rookie cards. I think it's a lot of 10 or 12, maybe. I can't remember. Landon Dickerson rated rookie. That's probably a 99-cent card. Devonta Smith portrait variation rated rookie. Non-Super Bowl, Joe Klecko autograph. Mac Hollins red zone rookie card. Jalen Reagor serial number to 15. Devonta Smith silver rookie. Mostly Eagles. A couple Jalen Hurts rookies. Another Saquon Barkley serial numbered card. I didn't put any Chiefs because I think I put the Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and I was going to lock those and didn't get those off in time. So those auctions end next Tuesday, and it'll be a game time decision. It'll probably be Monday or maybe even Tuesday morning. It's like, we're not going to do a live stream tonight, but auctions end on Tuesday night. I think I have some auctions ending tonight. Check it out, 99centcards.com. Buy 7 or more at Buy It Now, regular price. You'll save 25% off at checkout, 99centcards.com. It's getting to the end of the month. Speaking of eBay, it's getting to the end of the month, and I want to show you how I track my listings. So currently, if I go into my, and I don't know what the actual number is. So I have 3 different numbers of active listings showing. So if I go into the app, and on like my homepage, and in fact, I think I can share it here. Okay, yeah. So let's share my screen. Is that the right one? Yeah. So let's do ending soon. See, here's what auctions are ending tonight. All right. So on this screen, it shows that I have 56,023 items. 56,023. All right. So now if I go into my eBay store listings, I go to active listings. Now this always takes forever. So when you visit my store, 99centcards.com, and you get to that homepage, it says I have 56,023 active listings. Now I go to my listings page, and it says I have 60,666. And then if I go to my app, on my homepage on my app, it says I have 61,000 plus active listings. So there's 3 different numbers. How do you know how many active listings you have that, if I go over 60,000, I get charged for? Well, that's an easy answer. And so when you go to my eBay summary, scroll down. Oh, I want to share this page now. So scroll down, and on the far right side, I don't know, it may look different depending on how it's set up in your store, but all the way down, promotional offers. Under promotional offers, it'll show you like you have 500 auction style listings each month, and this is the calendar month, the month of January. And I have in a premium store, I have 500 auction listings free. Of course, I use those up in the first few days of the month. Premium store subscription, 10,000 fixed price listings for free, plus an additional 50,000 free insertions. So it shows that I have 4,571 remaining. And I've used zero, or I have zero left on the additional fixed price, but I have 4,571 over here. Well, it is January 29th, so we still have a couple days. So I'm at 4,571. So I'm going to get my calculator out. So I'm at 4,571. Now you can also look at the top of your screen on your My eBay summary. It'll show how many are ending today. So how many end on January 29th? I have 1,999 ending today. So we're going to subtract that from 4,571. So after today, so between what day is it? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the end of the month, I have 2,572 free listings remaining, and I'm going to probably have 1,000 or 2,000 end tomorrow and the next day. So I might actually go over my listing. So I may take a whole bunch of items this morning and put those on auctions for tonight. So that's how I look at those numbers, and how you can prevent from getting charged on your buy it now listings if you go over. And you can track that. You can track it every day. And when it gets to the end of the month, there's no reason for you to go $100, $200, $300, $500 over, because you can actually see where you're tracking for the month. So I'm getting close, because I have 2,000 today, and I know about how many I have ending each day. It's between 1,000 and 2,000 every day. And so I know with 4,571, and there's still the 29th, 30th, and 31st, I'm going to be dangerously close. So on those ending today, what am I going to do? I am going to switch those over to auctions. And yes, by switching them over to auction, I'm going to pay for those. In fact, What is, and I guess this is silly on me, but the reason I would switch those over to auction is for an easy sale, hopefully. I think what is buy it now on a premium store? Store fees. Because I will be within, and I've been saying this for about 6 months now, but now I'm getting closer and closer and closer to hitting that number. Let's see. Store selling fees. I wish eBay would have like one screen where all of the information would be. Okay, I think this is premium store. Okay, fixed price is only 10 cents. So by switching to auction, I'm actually spending more money on insertion fees, but I get that money back. If it sells, and here's counterpoint to my point. If I list at auction, I'm spending 15 cents on insertion fee, but if it sells, I get that money refunded. It's 10 cents on fixed price, but you don't get that 10 cents refunded if it sells. So there's another reason why. It's an easy sell, plus you get your money back if it does sell. All right. So let's go to the chat. And I think John Keating's machine gunning with some sales comments. Gem City Card Show's here. What's going on? He says, did you find any magic Pokemon cards in the big box sell for large money? Is that Low Roller Scratcher or the Gem City Card Show? Todd is here. Good morning. Dave Arnold in Bushnell Prairie City represent. Andy Mack is here. What's happening? Cooter's in the house. Good morning. Maybe you should just start saying 7:30 Central. I think that's a good plan. I have been sleeping in here over the winter months. Maybe I should. And I think part of the reason I'm sleeping in is because I'm working late. I was down here working until like 8:30 or 9 o'clock on Monday night. I was down here till about 8:15 last night. So if I like just cut the day at 5, I'm probably more apt to wake up at 5 a.m. as opposed to 6:30 a.m. Philly Joe, good morning. Andy Mack says, I missed out on a couple of relics I actually wanted and one an Easton stick I marginally wanted. My son will dig it. There you go. Get your bids in early so you don't miss out. I know somebody missed out on a Jackson Holiday Mojo refractor sold for $1.25 at auction last night. The last one just a couple weeks ago sold for like $8. So, and somebody's like, oh, I was looking at that. I wanted to bid on it, but they forgot. So get your bid in early. You don't have to bid $8. You can bid 99 cents. And then you'll get notifications like, hey, either you've been outbid or this auction ends in 24 hours or 5 minutes. And you can be like, oh, I'll pay $5 for that card. And you can get, get your snipes in and not forget. So just put a little place mark, a little bookmark bid in at 99 cents at 99centcards.com. Tracy says, good morning. Doctor's appointment this afternoon. Oh man, it's one of those days, man. Dentist appointment here. Not looking forward to it. I think I get the x-rays today. Twice a year, dentist. Bummer. Means it's going to be more expensive. David in the house. Good morning. Peter is here. What's happening? Dan's here. Good morning. Good evening to you. JW's in the house. He says, I miss the sun here in Southwest Michigan. Hey, we've had the sun. In fact, I think it's trying to peak out. We are now experiencing in southern Wisconsin our first false spring of 2025. It's cold, but it's like you can hear the birds chirping. The sun has come out for the first time in weeks. The snow has melted, and it has that feeling of, hey, spring is coming. The Cubs convention has happened. Pitchers and catchers report in less than 2 weeks. And it's like spring. And then probably next week, we're going to get hit with a foot of snow. And then it's back to winter and 10 degrees with a foot of snow on the ground. I'm just enjoying. I haven't looked at the forecast. I'm probably going to spoil my optimism here. It's 31 degrees right now. So at 8 a.m., it's 31 degrees. It's going to be 40 today, 50 tomorrow. That is definitely false spring. January is going out like a lamb this year. But I'm looking at the extended forecast, and the coldest high is 28 degrees next Wednesday. But it's going to be 40, 50, 40, 35, 49, 37, and then it cools off. But then it gets up by next Friday back up to 43. So we are in false spring number 1. We have about 7 or 8 false springs in this area. John says, what's your targeted ROI? Simply making your money back is a poor business model. This is a good question. It depends on what it is. So what was I talking about? Was I talking, the basketball? So my target, I was hoping to make double to triple my money on, and it varies. Like sometimes I'm only looking to make, if I buy a card for $1, if I can make $2 and make $1, that's a great percentage, but everything varies. Sometimes I don't even want to make money. Sometimes it's a marketing thing. Like, okay, Patrick Mahomes is playing in the Super Bowl. I'm going to buy this Patrick Mahomes silver die cut for $3. It might only sell for $3. Now, that's not my business model, but it's it's going to drive traffic because people are looking for Patrick Mahomes cards or whoever is the hot. Michael Jordan always brings. So I know my margins on Michael Jordan are a lot slimmer, but it brings a lot of traffic to my store. It brings a lot of eyeballs, and it's a quick sell through. Liquidity is going to be a lower target. I don't need to make bigger margins on Michael Jordan and Patrick Mahomes because I can sell it right away. If it's vintage, John, it's got a slower sell through. So I don't want to spend $5 on this card because I might only sell it for $7 and it takes 6, 8, 10 months to move it. So depending on what it is, sometimes it's more liquid than that, but sometimes it's going to sit. So it varies. Specifically, we're talking about my basketball autos. I paid, I think, $27. I was hoping to make triple my money on that, and I'm well on my way. I think I'm up to like $40, which is about break even on what I spent. I've got 2 off to authentication. Now that's going to cost me, for those 2 cards, that's $50 total in authentication, which takes my price up to $77, $78. So, hoping to make upwards of $200 on that. Now the baseball, I think I paid $250 for that. I'm hoping to break even on that one, but that was a mistake. So I can't paint with a broad brush because every transaction is unique. Now the football lot, I'm hoping to double, triple my money on a bigger number. I paid $150 for that. I'm hoping to hit $500 on that lot. So every transaction, every purchase is different. My targeted ROI, I don't have I need to make 20% on every transaction. No, because every transaction is different. Orlando is here. Good morning. John says, you chimps talk about your sell-throughs, but never talk about targeted ROI. Kyle says, because I can't. I can talk about sell-through rate because sell-through rate is pretty to the point. It's not going to vary. Targeted ROI, it's going to vary, at least on how I run my business, because I run my business on this purchase and this purchase are 2 completely different things. Sometimes I make a purchase on future. It's the futures market. Like, I'm going to buy this and I'll sell a few things, but this was a too good of a deal to pass up. It's going to sit on a shelf for a rainy day, and eventually I'll get back to it. That's not my business model. I'm a rip and flipper, or rip and flip, turn and burn. I'm a turn and burn. Most 90% or more of my transactions, of my purchases, I'm looking to turn and burn. Now, when you're dealing with the inventory I'm dealing with and you're a one-man operation, you can't turn and burn every single purchase, but that's the intent. Kyle wants to know how that pallet's looking. Talked a little bit about it. I still haven't really dug into my entire back hatch is still completely full. In fact, I still have a few boxes in the back seat. I'm trying to go through. I'm taking a different approach to this one, as I have previous ones. And when's my next card? I still have about a week and a half to clear out the entire pallet. That's what motivates me. What's up, Mr. Archer? Good morning. What motivates me to go through my pallets is, okay, I need my SUV for this card show. So the pallet has to be completely pulled out of my SUV by next Sunday for the card show that I'm doing. So it puts me on a time crunch. Otherwise, I just let it sit there. It's like, I'll get to it when I get to it. John says, it reminds me of launch angles resulting in pop-up outs. Launch angles look great when you're looking at them on an iPad sitting on the bench. MBAs haven't been able to master the hobby. Most successful people in this industry didn't get there by reciting their college textbooks. Where's Low Roller Scratcher? John is spouting off comments like Low Roller Scratcher in his crypto. The corn sweat. Well, the corn is not tall, so it's very dry here. Maybe there's a correlation. There's no corn. There's no corn putting moisture out in the air, and it's super dry. No corn in the fields, dry air. Dan says, saw a short of a guy opening a repacked wax pack. Talk about lipstick on a pig garbage. Absolute trash. What a waste of money. Either suckers or friends recording pack openings. Get that crap. I've seen some really cool stuff come out of those. But I'm wondering if they're like loaded packs. And it's like, who can you trust? I'm not a repack person. But some people are. Speaking of repacks, I've got a good friend who bought a repack from, I think, an auction house, and he actually got the case hit. I think he spent $300 on this repack box. I think he bought two. The first one he opened, he pulled like a low numbered LaMelo Ball rookie card, serial numbered, numbered to 5 or 25. So a big card. It's probably right around what he bought. It might be $300 card, maybe a little less, but fair enough for a repack. It's a gamble. And he bought a second one. He was so excited. He called me, and you know how I don't answer my phone. So he texted me. He goes, dude, you have to call me back. So I called him, like, what's going on? And he's like, so he was saving these for Cubs convention. He was going to rip them on at Cubs convention with us on Thursday night. And he said, those boxes, those repacks got delivered. I couldn't wait till Thursday. And he's like, I'm still shaking. You won't guess what I pulled. Like, I don't know. Tell me. And he goes, I pulled the Babe Ruth auto, or I pulled the Babe Ruth card. And I'm like, oh, what card? So it was a cut auto, 1-of-1 cut auto from one of the Transcendent or whatever one of the big products is for Topps, and 1-of-1 cut auto Babe Ruth, which is a big card, probably in the $15,000, maybe $20,000 range for a $300 repack. So there are hits out there, and my buddy's certainly not in cahoots with the company. He just like, I'm gonna take a gamble on some of these and hit it big. Gem City Card Show says Rip Fridays for the next 30 weeks. What's going on the next 30 Fridays? JK Card says, good morning. Does eBay keep track of your SKU sales results? Do you track your own metrics on every collection you buy to see if you made or lost money? No. I think that's a fool's errand. I think that's a good, fun experiment. But for a business, it's not wise. I think you need to know before you buy. You need to know what you're going to make your money on, because yes, you can learn from past, experiences. And I'll go back and okay, I spent $27 on this basketball. I kind of keep a track in my mind to know where I'm at. And it's more of a memory thing. But in terms of, okay, I bought a Goodwill pallet for X amount, I don't skew it. Like, it'll get mixed up, and I'll have a box like to eBay, and I'll put other cards from other purchases in there. So every skew, it can be, who knows. Now, I started out in, I think maybe 2022. I started the year out by a bulk purchase at this card show. And so I assigned a skew, and I ended up never tracking it. I'm sure there is. Let's see if there's a way to, and I don't know if you can, let's see, paid and shipped. But I think tracking every bulk buy is a fool's errand. I wonder if there's a way to, let's see, download report. And this is only the last 90 days. So there's probably a way. I know you can search by SKU. But if I search within the manage paid and shipped orders, I think you can, you can actually search. So let's just do, okay, there's a Jimmy Carter that sold 28. Oh, I got to do box 28 tab R. So in 28R, in the last 30 days from this particular SKU, I've sold 9 cards. And I'm just going to have to do the math on this. So that's 350. Oh, this one's, I'd have to click in. So there's 2 from that SKU, but it doesn't say what they sold for. And basically they're all like $1.75 cards. I think there's more than 9 cards because there's multiple card transactions in here. A lot of like turkey reds in that one. I don't know. Okay, my download's ready. Let's see if we can. I don't know if SKU shows up when you download the spreadsheet, though. Is this opening? How come this? Nah. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. So do we have a SKU? We got all sorts of good information here. Oh, we do have custom label SKU. So let's filter. Okay, so we're going to share my screen. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to delete some of these addresses and names so I don't share those. Okay, I think I've got. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. So when you go to manage paid and shipped orders, you can do a search by custom label SKU, or you can just download the whole report. So I downloaded the report. We're going to present. Let's pull this down. Share screen. Window. There we go. All right. So let me make sure that's popping up here. Okay. So custom label SKU is right there, tab R. Boom. All right. So we go to, let's go to filter. Filter this. And so we can go and look, let's just do tab 11AL. Oh, we want to unmark all these. All right. So now we'll go down. Let's do 16B. All right. So filter. If you know how to work Excel, should be no problem. So 16B, and then we can just do a formula here. Auto summit, enter. So in the last 90 days out of box 16B, I only sold $6.01. So this would probably be a good SKU that it's like, okay, there's not much selling. And these are 81 tops traded is what sold. And so those obviously sold for, it was a bulk volume discount in some of those. So let's go back to our filters and just click on filter, and it repopulates everything. So let's filter this again, and let's see. What's a good one? Heritage Miners box 1. I don't know what's in there. I'm trying to think of what's you can go to like early. So, one of my early boxes would be, box 1. So box 1A. And in the last 90 days, because box 1A has probably been around for 2 years now, let's see, there's probably not many sales on box 1A. One sale for $1.50. It was a 1989 Fleer Minute Bowl. So this is for the last 90 days. I wonder if we can go, can we search more than that? We can do how far. So I'm going to do a custom, and let's just see how far it lets us. Let's do, is it going to let me? Come on. For some reason, it's not letting me type. What if I refresh the screen? That's 90 days custom. For some reason, it's not letting me type. Okay. January 30th, 2023 to current. Oh, wow. So it will let us go. So it will let us go back about 2 years. All right. So there you go. But no, I do not. So the answer is I do not track my SKU sales results, although it is a good way not to look at how much profit you made on a certain buy, but it gives you an idea of what's your John Keating, what's your sell-through rate on a certain SKU. It's like, okay, well, in the last 90 days, I've only made one sale for $1.50 out of this SKU. Let's retire this SKU. Okay, it's stale inventory. Let's pull it out. Box 1A, great example. One card in the last 3 months sold out of box 1A. And based on what sold the 89 Fleer Minute Bowl, I think it's a whole bunch of 89 Fleer basketball cards. It's pretty stale. Let's just nix that SKU. Johnny M says, good morning. What's considered a good sales conversion rate on eBay? Kind of depends. I always say sales conversion rate that eBay shows you. And again, I have to say this multiple times. Let me give you the definition of sales conversion rate. Sales conversion rate and sell-through rate are two different things. So sales conversion rate, where are we at? Sales conversion rate, here's the definition. The number of sales transactions divided by the number of listing page views. So it's not really a statistic I follow too closely, although I do monitor it. I think anywhere between 7 and 10% is good. If you're over 10% on sales conversion rate, it's really good. 5 to 7%, it's okay. If you're below 5%, not very good. My sales conversion rate right now, 7.9%, which it's dropped considerably. It was, over the holidays between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I was up around 10%. I also ran some big sales. People are spending Christmas money, and it's dropped here through the month of January. I don't pay too close attention to that. I monitor it, but I don't get too wrapped up in it. Gem City says, what? No Jason Kelce cards? I don't know if I was pulling Jason Kelce cards or not. They don't sell as well as they used to. Like a year ago or 2 years ago, Jason Kelce cards were super hot. And even though he's all over, they don't sell as well as they used to. Gundy, what's going on? Good morning. John says analytics will kill sports card sales like they did baseball. Zach says, I'm in sales. JK says, how much stale inventory are you going to have to remove from your store to make room for 2025 Topps Series 1? Probably none. I will probably, I'll convert some stuff to auction here over the next couple days. And I'll probably just, once I start running out of, I probably won't start running out of free listings because I'll get replenished here at the beginning of February. So maybe by the end of February, because everything starts over. And so everything that, on February 1st, 3,000 listings end today, that's 3,000 out of your 60,000. So you start from scratch on February 1st. I may end up paying a few insertion fees going from January to February, but not enough to make it worthwhile to step up to the next subscription tier at this point. But at some point in February, as I continue to list, right now I'm cutting it close. January 30th, 31st, I'm probably going to run up on that 60,000 as I continue to add more inventory to my store. I've got 2025 Series 1 in a couple of weeks. It might be the 21st, 22nd, 25th of February where I have to, make that decision. Zach and Porter says your eBay store needs to create the lowest total cost of ownership. Create value through AI and efficiencies. Do more with less. Productivity is key. Blue Ocean. Mark Marinello, good morning. 15 days until pitchers and catchers. Hallelujah. John says salary people don't cut the day at 5. Red Light 34 in the house. Mark is here. Good morning. Peeps in the house. Good morning. Mark says x-rays equals money for your dentist. I know. And it's like, can we just skip this year? I don't have dental insurance. I don't want to pay. Let's punt 2025 and come back fresh in 2026. I'll give you money for x-rays. Cooter says $6 per year for Gixxon Sniper is well worth the money. Saves on final price, and you don't have to worry about forgetting. John says the most important sports event of 2025 happens in 2 Sundays. Baseball is a blip on the sports landscape, but I still love baseball more. So, Cooter, first rule of Gixxon is we don't talk about Gixxon. John says you talk of making your money back on Series 1. I will make my money back on Series 1. Every other product is a crapshoot. Big League, Heritage, Allen and Ginter. I doubled my money on Series 1 last year. I will make money on Series 1. And just for John Keating, I will track it and I will show you my ROI on Topps Series 1 this year, and for others that have mentioned it. Topps Big League, I took a loss. Topps Heritage, I took, I think, a small loss on Topps Heritage. I do track my cases a little bit more because it's like, well, if I lose money or break even, do I want to do it again? And Big League was a big no. Like, that was not fun. Heritage, I'm not a big Heritage fan. Not going to do that again. Allen and Ginter, I'll lose money on Allen and Ginter. I lost money on Allen and Ginter. And not that much. I wonder what this is probably going to be pretty easy because I haven't bought any other Allen and Ginter besides the case. So let's do paid and shipped. We got to do custom. So let's just start from 0601. God damn it. Why is it not? I don't know if anybody else is having issues, but my search on here is not working. It did this to me earlier and I had to custom. End date. Okay. No, and just January 30th. Okay. So now we want to do item title 2024 Ginter. See if that's going to work. Should work. 700 orders. Okay. So we're going to download this report. Creating my report. And what did I pay for it? I paid like $1,500, right around that, for my case of 2024 Allen and Ginter. Let's see. We're just going to share this so you don't have to look at me. We're going to delete those columns. And we just want, let's see, sold for. So this is going to be gross. Oh, shit. So some of this is going to be, I have to remove stuff to get an accurate count. So we'll pull this down. So we're talking about Allen and Ginter. Let's see what I did do, because I haven't run this report in a while. So let's present. window. I believe it's this screen. It is. All right. So let me just make sure. Okay. So there's some, oh, we want to take that column out too. Okay. So you see here quantity 51. So we're just going to do away with that because we're going to tally up all these single transactions. So we've got to delete that. Any quantity where it's more than one, we got to delete. Here's a 28. All right, there's a 17. Here's a 12. Those 5 were 5. That was a quantity buy, the same card. 31 here. I should probably delete the usernames too, huh? All right, there we go. Here's a 15. Here's an 11. I wish there was a way that I didn't have to go through and do this. So it's actually less than 700 transactions. This is a 2. This might take a while. Here's an 8. So we're looking at my spreadsheet on 2024. This was my case rip of 2024. Oh, that was a Kobe. Oh, so not all of these. Shit, we're going to have to go through and, because that was a Kobe rookie that popped up. So some of these volume that might, yeah. All right, so we're, after we do this, now I've got to go filter for only Allen and Ginter, and I don't know how to do that. I don't think. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. All right, but I want to see through this, so bear with me. I spent about $1,500 on the case. A lot of multi-orders. There's going to be some non-2024 Ginters in here, so after I delete all of this, we'll have to go back through and check which orders in here are not from 2024 Ginter. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Gotta be. Anybody smarter than me? That's a loaded question. There's a lot of smarter people. Okay, I think we're almost done. We're down to 600 in the 630s. Here's a 19. There's a 2. Oh, that was a half off sale. 49 cents, 50 cents. So that was probably Black Friday. All right. Geez, there's more than 700. I thought there was only 700. Oh, 700 orders. Oh, shit. This is going to go on forever. All right. Fuck it. We're not going to do this. Look at how many. Look at all this. 1,800. There's got to be a way to. So this is going to be like completely off because it's going to show duplicate entries and it's going to show non-Allen and Ginter. So 4,041, but that's not, that's not inaccurate. That's also gross. But I think on the Ginter case, I probably, and I will go back and I can report back tomorrow. I won't put you through any more of that. But I think I probably, it's getting close to 8:30. I probably made a small margin. I probably made a small profit on Ginter, and I'm okay with that. Kind of going back to what was my targeted ROI. I hope to make money. But for Allen and Ginter, it's a product I really enjoy. I enjoy opening it. I enjoy selling it. So I don't care if I break even. That's not my business model. I don't buy every case to break even, but for Allen and Ginter, I do, and I'm okay with it. So I would be curious at some point when I have time. And maybe I don't get to it today. I probably won't because I got a damn dentist appointment. 99.5% of my cost of goods is 1 penny. Therefore, my ROI is through the roof. Am I a business genius? The answer is no, but I do know my ROI immediately on each sale. John has a meeting in 8 minutes. Reach out to me after hours and I can mentor you offline. Peep says, is it pronounced Gixon or Jixon? Whisper it. Gixon. Gixon. I say Gixon. I don't know if that's correct. John says, sell-through rate is an ipso facto metric. If you were operating a business that way, then you have no plan. Are you kidding me? You absolutely need to know your sell-through rate for any business. John says, especially when you're selling goods. Targeted ROI as a goal setter, sell-through rate is the what just happened crowd. I mean, they're both important, but you absolutely need to know what your sell-through rate is. Cooter says, most of the pallet needs to be sorted straight to the storage unit and bulk sold. John says, so my point is throw your business classes and books away. This hobby and or industry is driven by touch, not by structure. Fuck that guy wearing a pink tent with Scrub Daddies printed on it. Michael Renicky, good morning. I'm keeping my Gixon powder dry for the storage unit liquidation. It's Gixon. I have to run to my sales meeting. I'll be sure to recommend the team that we hold off until after our jobs to see if we're going to make money or not. Rip those Wisconsin repacks for the next 30 weeks. Oh, no. Still here. Apparently 6 a.m. meetings aren't for everyone. Loafy Joe says, good morning. Learned yesterday that there will be a new card show literally across the street from me next month with 2 more scheduled later. Very nice. Cooter says box 1A needs to be deleted to open listings. It's played out. Replaced with new inventory. Absolutely. Andy Max says, I sent you an offer on that Saquon rookie. If we can make a deal, you could ship it with my auction wins. Ooh, I just may check that out. Let's see. Well, got an offer on the Sean Alexander autograph. Johnny M says, I don't have dental insurance. That's a good offer, Andy. It is accepted. Johnny M says, I don't have dental insurance equals tell me you don't have kids without telling me. I sell baseball cards out of my basement. That's what that tells you. JK Card says, is it lost money on cases or could look at it as driving more views to your store? Glass half full. Absolutely. Card Hobbyist says, filter column G by blanks for multi-orders. Ooh, Card Hobbyist. Yes. And I took advanced Excel classes in college. Shows you how much I retained. Column G. Let's see. Sort. Oh shit. Where are we at? All right. I think I'm gonna have to do this later. Data. Oops. Let's see. Sort by column G. Sort on cell values. Oh no, how do I do it? Man, it's been a while since I've played in Excel. Jim City says you must master the VLOOKUP. Oh man, VLOOKUP. I used to be really good with Excel. VLOOKUP and I can't even think of what the damn. I tried playing around with pivot tables. I tried playing around with pivot tables, and it's like, how did I used to master pivot tables, and now I can't even start one up. Philip says, so when doing free shipping at 99 cents, how do you make your money? I don't. I do this a lot. I don't make money on 99-cent free shipping. Brian says, good morning. John Maybe says, I spent $22 on an order from Boooo this week so I could save $2.50 on a $10 card. Boooo is a marketing genius. East Coast Tom is in the house. Good morning. All right. So I've got to get going. I've got to take Ernie to doggy daycare and go to the dentist. Ugh, hate the dentist. All right. But at least he's a Cubs fan. All right. Have a good day. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, visit my eBay store, 99centcards.com. You, like John Maybe, can save 25% when you buy 7 or more items out of the buy it now section at regular price at 99centcards.com. There are auctions ending tonight, so check those out, and have a wonderful Wednesday. So we'll do this again. I say 7 a.m. Central, but it seems like it's 7:30 every morning. I'll see you tomorrow, probably at 7:30.